第二套全国中学生广播体操，时代在召唤。预备起，1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，2、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、3。
All right, good morning and welcome to the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field, where today it is snowing as we enter the semifinals week of Hippo Cup 5, March 26th. Seems like a perfect environment to play some Osu, if you ask me. We've got our first semifinals match as the first match on the slate. daDuNai versus Discoboyz 3. They're going to be starting off with the 2021 Hippo Cup 4 Nomad 1 semifinals or finals. This is a pretty good choice. This one's actually kind of funny. Get a little ready in your warm up, do some stretches. So to introduce the rosters, left-hand side you have daDuNai, which is Milk Tea, against Discoboyz 3. No, I'm kidding. Sugiri Kanata, Milk Tea, Mindjel Anzu, daDuNai, Maki, Joestar, Survivor X4, Z, followed by a whole bunch of numbers, and Kuku QY. Milk Tea has literally been hard carrying them against every team, and I think against a lot of teams, this pool would be like 1v9, the way he's playing. Judging by his solo scores on maps in the pool, the dude is prepared. We'll see how he performs in the match, of course, but Milk Tea is the key to victory for daDuNai. They really don't, I think, stand nearly so much of a chance against this Discoboyz roster, unless he just absolutely goes crazy today. Because Discoboyz are a lot deeper with their roster consisting of Captain Yoxpai, Chili Repair, Defan Zakoro, Malteser Miles, Sigi Toki, and William Stetson, who is on the team for some reason. That team has a pretty well-rounded roster by comparison, has a lot more players who I think can have an impact on a match compared to daDuNai, who have kind of been really running with minimal rosters in a lot of their matches, where they won't make a lot of player swaps, they won't make a lot of changes from map to map, and they'll just say, hey, Milk Tea, go carry, and he'll do it. Discoboyz on the other side, you'll see them rotating players a little more often, and I think you're going to start to see, the real late-stage potential of some players on that team, like we saw last year, out of Sigi in the late rounds. We know what guys like Yoxpai, Chili, et cetera, don't need to go through and name their whole team again to tell you that, we know what they're capable of, because everybody is pretty familiar with these guys and has seen them in a lot of tournaments and knows that they can perform incredibly well on just about anything you throw their way. So I think it's going to be a very interesting matchup between these two teams. You know, daDuNai relying so much on one main carry versus Discoboyz, who will really strive to find their best 4-man for any given map. But like I said, this map pool is really difficult. It is not easy by any stretch of the imagination. So it is both, you know, 1v4able and not 1v4able kind of at the same time, just depending on how well you play and how well the opponents play, obviously. That kind of always is going to be the deciding factor. If Discoboyz 3 have suboptimal performances and Milk Tea goes off, he can put up some insane scores and carry his team against them. And if they play well and he's, you know, even slightly off his game, then I think Discoboyz should probably be able to take this one. But that's the beauty of it. You know, you play, you can't just go off of what the matchup looks like on paper. Going on at the same time as this match, you do have the losers bracket matches. Eldupa versus 1080 PhD will be starting shortly, as well as Osu True Umpi versus Pepsi Japan, which is at 4-3, which is insane to me that they've only played 7 maps in an hour and 10 minutes, but I guess that's what happens when the Nomad pool is approximately 12 hours long. And before anyone mentions me complaining a lot, I'm just going to complain a lot because this Nomad pool is fucking stupid. I'm gonna just get it out of the way, you know, right now. Like, this Nomad pool is literally probably, what, 40 minutes long or something in 9 maps? It's absurd and should not exist and is not fun to watch or to commentate. Like, it's just not. I'm sorry. So, you know, just we're gonna do our best in spite of that, but Jesus Christ, this Nomad pool fucking blows just because it's so goddamn long. Anyway, Milk Tea is already carrying and it's only warm-up, so that bodes well for daDuNai in this matchup. I'm gonna adjust my mic, hopefully this doesn't make too much sound on stream. Okay. Milk Tea, goes Milk Tea mode. At Ref, if you're watching, can you please put on a better song while we're doing bans? Thank you. Love you. I don't know if Secret watches the matches, though, while he's reffing, so I'm not really sure. Alright, apparently we just had the fastest ban phase in the history of Osu. So Discoboyz ban out Hard Rock 1 and Nomad 1, so they don't want aim to exist in this match. daDuNai bans out Nomad 7, Freemod 3, so those are gone as well. That might have set a record of some sort. We're already done with bans. Holy crap. So, Kyurarin, Nomad 1, banned out. Ray, Apple, Hard Rock 1, banned out. Nomad 7, Astro Sexy, banned out. And Fremont 3, Lovely Ice Cream Princess Sweetie, banned out. So, that is daDuNai banning out Gimmick, and Discoboyz 3 banning out Aim, which is pretty much what you would expect. And we go into Fremont 2, first pick, Gomi no Hi, which is just under 4 minutes, 248 BPM, so it's you know, high BPM, relatively aim focused, and God, I hope they just keep picking mod pools instead of Nomad. Official timer saying 21 seconds on the ban phase, by the way. We did ban out, how long is that? 5.5 minute long Nomad 7, so that's not actually the longest Nomad, but it still helps. I'll take what I can get, you know? Aliyah first picking one of the longer maps outside of the Nomad pool. It's not that bad. So, all good, all good. This one, a tough starting pick, but it's what you'd kind of expect, I think, from daDuNai wanting to go into, you know, aim, basically. They're, I think, going to want to play mechanics in this match, because that's really where Milk Tea can outperform, I think, just about anyone on Discoboyz, unless they have their absolute best day. Obviously, you know, Defon's Chili or Sigi all pretty solid at aim and such, but Milk Tea, I think, still stronger in that skill set. And we're getting underway, so things moving quickly in this particular match. Once the players load in, we're gonna have Milk Tea, Maki, Anzu, and Cuckoo QY for daDuNai. You're gonna have Chillier, Defon's, Yolkspie, and Sigi. Excuse me. Apologize for Discoboyz. I think we're gonna get an early feel for kind of how this match is likely to go, because I think this is a sort of pick you're gonna see a lot of from daDuNai, and then Discoboyz will pick, you know, whatever the biggest gimmick remaining is, and we'll get to kind of see the other way, you know, how things are going for them on their picks. And right off the bat, it's already, you know, Milk Tea, Cuckoo QY, and Angel Anzu holding the FCs while there are a couple breaks from Discoboyz in the intro. I apologize if I'm congested and shit. My allergies have been destroying me for some reason, even though there's snow on the ground and nothing should be alive. And you can just see the difficulty of the raw aim in this map, and you get a couple breaks right into the Ki, Maki, Anzu, Sigi. So it's Milk Tea and Cuckoo QY against really just Yolkspie and Chillier pair with some combo for Discoboyz, but still a decent amount behind already. Should not overlook Cuckoo QY. He's been in for a lot of picks in the last few matches and has been doing quite well on most of them. That's a three-way break from daDuNai, so it's just going to be Milk Tea. And yeah, this is what our concern is going to be. Just can he basically 1v4? And my god, the dude just doesn't miss. I don't know. Yolkspie pulling out the Yolkspie strategy. He's got 94 AC, but he's still FCing. Finally breaks, unable to tap that triple into the quick alt pattern. And Milk Tea now off to the races on his own. So if anybody was wondering, can he carry his team? This map is already showing you what he is capable of at an 800 plus combo, doubling anyone's score, actually just about tripling anyone's score other than Yolkspie. He does find a break, though there are misses from Discoboyz. It's only a 5 million point lead for daDuNai. Sigi and Yolkspie both have some combo, make that just Sigi now. Angel Anzu a couple hundred combo behind Sigi, but the latter will be able to slowly scrape away at this lead if he can hold his combo through the difficult Ki portions of this map. Bencho. Only a 4 million point lead. Angel Anzu should be able to keep Sigi in check, but he's not getting a lot of help from his team. There he goes. Wait a minute. Sigi can bring this back. See, this is how this goes the other way, is if daDuNai doesn't have any backup and Milk Tea doesn't basically FC or come close, because there is often going to be someone in Discoboyz who can play these maps quite well, and here that is Sigi, who is an incredibly solid consistency player. And he's going to bring this map back right after this short, slow section. There's little daDuNai can do at this point. It's going to take a break out of Sigi for them to have a chance. And he does over-tap, it looks like. I don't know if that was like a little note lock. That was a little awkward, but there's a decent amount of combo now on the other side for daDuNai. Yolkspie and Defon's, though, holding enough to keep Discoboyz in the lead for now. If either of them breaks, this could get interesting at the very end. But it might have been enough out of Sigi with that backing combo coming into the ending here. It's going to be so close. There's a break from Shield Repair. There is combo on 3 members of daDuNai. It might just go over, but QI breaks at the very end. It's Angel Anzu and Milk Tea versus Defans and Yolks Pie. Defans breaks, but it's a... Wait, what? Oh, Maki. Wait. Wait. What happened with Maki? Hello? Osu? Hello, Osu? Okay, Maki finished with 5.775 million points, and Discoboyz win by 162,000. That is so sad, because he actually, like, he didn't DC or anything. The client just doesn't like him very much, I guess. But that is a Discoboyz point by less than 200,000 on Scorpion 1. Do not look at Yolks Pie's score in the MP, like, 22 million from Milk Tea, but 19 million each from Yolks Pie and Sigi. And it was enough for Discoboyz. Milk Tea just needed, I mean, what, another 20 combo with that initial near 900 combo. He could have carried that one. But Sigi showing why you really can't ignore him on these mechanic picks, because the guy can play. But it was enough, combined with Yolks Pie's early combo. Yolks Pie actually outscored Sigi by 500k, and I don't know how. 3% lower act, 200 lower combo. He still had a better score. And we're gonna go to double time 5. So Discoboyz 3 may not want aim mechanics, but they'll be okay with putting in some tapping mechanics. Lunatic Tears is very fast. It's 264 beats per minute. It's very old. And it's very short. It's 1 minute and 23 seconds. So have your fingers ready. This is Malteser and Toki territory. Pretty sure Malteser just like sends this. So we have Milk Tea, Joestar, Anzu, Z Numbers, Malt, Toki, Akoro, and who's the fourth for this? Oh, it's Sigi. Okay. I wonder if Sigi is just gonna play the Milk Tea role for Discoboyz. I feel like that might end up being the case, where he just fills basically everything and does really well on just about any type of map. That's pretty much what he did last year. So looking to see if we get more of the same here in 2022. In case anyone was wondering, Pepsi Japan, Osu Triumphi have played 9 maps, and there has not been a single breakpoint. They're hit 5-4 with no breakpoints. It is kind of crazy. And in we go. Very short, blink and you'll miss it, very fast. Gotta have those tapping fingers in the slider aim ready to go. I feel like this is the type of map where you might see kind of fewer breaks in like the majority of it. It's so short though, I guess. Early miss from Joseph Joestar. Everybody holds through that awkward finger control section with longer bursts. Already a quarter of the way in. And there goes Z Numbers, but there goes also Sigi a couple of times for the ladder. Still, it's a 800,000 point lead. There go Anzu and Z Numbers. And that might just do it. Malteser, Akoro, Toki all held. And I'm not saying it's over, but it's kind of over. This is a good performance and a good pick from Discoboyz. Maybe the one skill set that they're truly in the advantage with. And Milk Tea, of course, FCs. So does Malteser. That's a 4 million point lead for Discoboyz. They were never really in doubt on that pick. Once you got those early breaks from daDuNai, it was just a Discoboyz lead. Malteser 98 AC, by the way. That is, it is pretty good. As I said, Malteser just sends it on this map. You can kind of see the AC gap there. 98, 94, 93 versus 93, 92, 95, 86. Discoboyz just kind of gapping in accuracy on that one. That is 400 PP. A very reasonable 400 PP score set and match for Mr. Malteser. So they back up their break point. Quick 2-0 lead. A lot of time left, though. With this being a best of 13, there's a ton of match remaining. And we get a quick Nomad 6 selection for daDuNai. Hikari Yo, which does not surprise me because I'm pretty sure Milk Tea got like rank 2 on this map during the week. Yeah, he has one of the only like 2 FCs on this map on the leaderboard on Bancho. Did it 5 days ago, by the way. That was Monday, so it's like the first day he could really practice the pool. He just went ahead and FC'd this. So this is like a Milk Tea 1v9 for sure. This map is really difficult, and it's again leaning into kind of that same skill set. High BPM with a decent aim requirement. 256 BPM for anybody playing along at home. I actually closed the stream somehow. Whoops. Good job, me. That. And so the daDuNai strat here of just leaning into Milk Tea as your carry is going to continue, and we'll get to see if it works better this time around. I mean, it was close. It was close on free mod too. So all he needs is a little bit more combo than last time this was the strat. But away we go. Milk Tea, Joestar, Angel Anzu, Maki. No Cuckoo QY this time. Sigi Yokes by Defons Chillier. Bencho! What are we doing? Bencho! Bencho! What's happening? Fairly sure they started. Okay, nope, they didn't start. I think it probably needs to be like aborted and restarted because the map did not load. I'm guessing it has to be aborted and restarted. I'm not really sure what's going on. Obviously, I can only see what I can see here, but generally speaking, that's kind of how this goes. so we'll maybe go back in, try to rerun this one. And Milk Tea, it looks like, has DC'd. His map broke. I'm not really sure what that means, but okay. Okay, so he is re-downloading the map. Looks like. So we'll be just a second here. And the GLHFs come out, so I believe hopefully. No, don't tell me Milk Tea's not loading. Bencho! No! Oh my days, man. Oh no. What is going on? I genuinely don't know what's happening, by the way. Milk Tea's map just isn't loading, I guess. I don't think this is actually Bancho. I think this is something on Milk Tea's end, but I'm not exactly sure what or how it's happening. This is a new one on me. I don't really know. I genuinely have no idea what's going on. Considering, like, he literally has a score on the leaderboard. I mean, obviously, like, his game at some point in time could play this map. So I'm not really sure of exactly what changed between then and now. I mean, they're just gonna have to replace him if this continues happening. Oh my god, he's in. Let's go. Third try is the charm. So it is going to be Milk Tea, Anzu, Joestar, Maki, Sigi, Yolkspie, Defons, Chillier. And already a couple early misses, which are largely irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. This is a quite long map, over 4 minutes, so there's a ton of time to play and for things to occur. And this is the sort of map, again, much like the free mod, that is a Milk Tea, like, 1v9, but Discoboyz has multiple players who I think are going to be pretty solid on this as well, and there are people kind of struggling at the beginning here. Maki, with multiple breaks, has not yet reached 1,000,000 points yet for daDuNai. Not what you want to see. Fortunately for them, there's breaks from Sigi and from Defons. There goes Joseph Joestar, and now it's just Milk Tea and Angel Anzu against Yolks Pie and Chili pair, and they do have the combo lead, so this score will come back over once we have notes to play on the screen, circles to click. Got places to go, things to do. It's a break from Anzu. Yolkspy follows up. Joseph Joestar had broken just before. That's a lot of combo on Sigi and Chillier pair for Discoboyz. There goes Chillier, so it's once again, much like on Free Mod 2, Milk Tea versus Sigi as the matchup to watch. I think those are probably the two best players in this match. I suppose it's not too surprising to see that happening multiple times. They are the only ones with really much in the way of combo, and the map is staying pretty close because of it. Just about 4 million points between the teams. And neither showing any signs of breaking down. They are both so good at this kind of stuff. Oh! Right as I say that, Milk Tea misses on I'm not really even sure what, and Angel Anzu follows it right up. Sigi, once again, is going to get the better of Milk Tea, holding his combo for just a bit longer before completely falling apart. Well, didn't hold his combo for that much longer, but it did give them a 6 million point lead, and Yolkspy is somehow comboing. Actually, he's just cheesing the fuck out of this. No wonder he's comboing. Oh my goodness. Alright, he breaks immediately after. It almost feels bad to see somebody comboing with 91 AC. I mean, you gotta play how you gotta play, right? But, my lord. I look over and Yolkspy has a combo because he's just like missing slider ends and doing some weird tapping methods. I don't know. And Discoboyz in a pretty good place here. A third of the map still to go, but they have a 5 million point lead. Sigi just a little bit behind Milk Tea's combo as things get a little more normal for the map standards, at least. This map is very reminiscent of Desert Theater, which makes sense because it's also Kiko Ohana. Certain stylistic similarities, a little bit faster, a little bit more difficult, obviously, but there's a break from Milk Tea. Sigi holds on, and that will probably settle this. Yolkspy with a 400 combo somehow. 92 AC. Be damned. He is going to hold combo, and this is a Score V1 match, a Score V1 tournament, so it doesn't really matter if his AC isn't good. And Sigi is just gaming. Finally finds a miss on that quick buzz slider pattern, but it's a 7 million point lead. That being said, there's a lot of combo on daDuNai right now, and the lead is diminishing quickly. Are there notes after this spinner at the end? Is there any time? I don't think there's just enough combo left, unfortunately. daDuNai with, you know, the 500 plus combo on Angel Anzu, 500 combo on Joseph Joestar, 400 combo on Milk Tea, but there's just no notes here. It was just this slider ending. So Discoboyz once again escapes by the skin of their teeth. And they will take a 3-0 double breakpoint lead. Once again, Milk Tea leading the way with a 23 million point score for his team. Sigi, though, getting the better of him, 25, just under 26 million. And the other players, enough better for Discoboyz to get another breakpoint. And that's really solo practice versus match performance for Milk Tea, unfortunately. You hate to see it happen. 23 million, one miss with a couple slider breaks, and the one miss is a little bit misleading, versus a 61 million point FC in his practice time, which would have 1v4'd, but only, or it would have been 2 million points shy, excuse me, of 1v4ing. But instead, it's going to be Discoboyz taking the point, taking the 3-0. And they're going to go on to another tapping map. Why are they doing this to me? Why are they doing this to me? I'm going to go make breakfast. I'm going to go make, like, an omelet, some hash browns, maybe some bacon, some coffee. And when I get back, the map might have ended. There's an off chance. We will see you guys in 2023. Thanks for watching. I think actually I have a Keurig coffee maker, right? I know I'm doing that thing where I talk about food again, but really it's fucking 6.5 minute long image material. I don't think I have to apologize for this one. I have a Keurig coffee maker. I'm pretty sure I could turn it on, heat up the water, get a coffee pod, put the coffee in, make the coffee, bring the coffee back downstairs, and the map would only be half over. Ay vey. Alright, what's going on in the other matches while we wait? Pepsi Japan are up 6-5 against Osu True Umfi. You got a break point, and then got the break point taken immediately right back. And now it is Osu True Umfi last picking Hard Rock 2 to try to send the match to a tiebreaker. And meanwhile, El Dupa is up 3-0 quickly on 1080p HD. So those going quickly. A reminder, of course, the other two matches later on. Chopstick Pros versus Thanks Guys and Stonehenge versus Smiling Imp, the later matches. And then losers bracket. Now, Milk Tea, Joestar, Angel Anzu, Survivor against Sigi, Malt, Chillier, Toki. I really can't believe this got put in a pool. I wish this Twitch channel had betting. We could bet on like who would have the longest combo, or who would be the last to be holding a combo before breaking, or who would be the first to break. I don't know, all kinds of stuff. It's a lead by 15,000 points. Nope, 14,000 points. Jesus, the client did not want to update the spinner scores there. Wait, how is Toki at 94%? I wasn't even watching. What did he do? Oh, Milk Tea, flow aim player. Angel Anzu, flow aim player. Chillier player, flow aim player. Well, 3 FCs to 2. Obviously, in a 6.5 minute long map, it really doesn't matter that much yet, but... Dude, watch Malteser FC this and set out an RB in match. That'd be kind of sick, actually. I could see Toki FCing this as well, but I'm not sure about the hidden part on the, like, trickier sections. There goes Chillier and Survivor. It's, 3-way FC still for the Discoboyz. Bro, Malteser and Joseph Joestar are both just gaming it out right now. I mean, it's a triple FC for Discoboyz, but like that accuracy looking hot. Toki? What? Toki? Just missed on the like linear flow aim? I will keep it going when Bancho does not. Okay, we're good. Oh, Joestar tanks his Zac a bit. Hit some late hundreds on that burst. I wonder if this is going to be like all the super long no-mod 3s, where it's decided halfway through, and you still have to play the rest of it out because Osu. You can't just like take a knee like in football, you know? Oh, we're up by 14 points with 2 minutes to go. The other team has no timeouts. Yeah, we're just going to kneel and run out the clock. Can't do that, unfortunately. No, Malteser and Sigi still in the double FC. Survivor and Milk Tea both have some combo, but I mean, they're 15 million points behind, and against a double FC, it really doesn't matter. You know, I like to use, like, other sport... Oh, Malteser misses on the triangle aim. No! Other sport, like, references and stuff, and concepts in Osu, like, talking about, like, break points and things and all that, but... I think being able to just take a knee and be like, yep, map's over, and quit out halfway in when it was already decided, I think that might be the best idea I've ever had. Alright, so it's Sigi with an FC, Survivor with just shy of 1,000 combo, and no one else over 300. So with a 21 million point lead, Discoboyz are pretty set here, and we get to watch the next 3 minutes of the map anyway. Yeah, Sigi is actually out Milk Teaing Milk Tea, though in his defense, I don't really know that Milk Tea counts as a speed player per se. I mean, not to the extent of his like other skill sets at least. And Sigi, I mean, he's at 96%, so I guess you can't really call him a speed player either. So maybe that comparison, that discussion doesn't hold much water. Here we go. Yep, Sigi misses on the thing. Survivor's still holding, and no, he's not. All right, Milk Tea at 500 combo, nobody else over 150. Cool. So while we wait for this to play out, we do have a match result on the board. Team Pepsi Japan have closed out Team Osu Triumphi by the score of 7-5. So that's no break points for 9 picks straight, and then 3 break points in a row to close the match out. So Pepsi Japan goes onward. They will be facing the winner of Chopstick Pros versus Thanks Guys tomorrow. And because this doesn't matter anymore, I'm just going to go update the sheet right now. Good job to them. That'll be Osu Triumphi eliminated. They go on home. Pepsi Japan is a scary team, dude. They have some really good players. And yeah, Discoboyz take the pick. And we are now at 50 minutes into the match. We've played 4 maps. Thank you, Nomad Pool. That's just a team diff. I don't know. Survivor put up a solid score. But Sigi, Malteser, and Toki were just going, I guess. That 48 million score from Sigi is really what did it, because this would have been very, very close otherwise. If he put up like an average score for the lobby, so like 25 to 28 million, somewhere in there. This looks a little different because they won by 20 million, right? And that's just him gapping everyone. Oh, and challenge is doing the thing it does where you put in a score and it refuses to save it. There we go. And I feel kind of bad because, like, we just don't get to see Pepsi Japan at all. because they keep playing matches at the same time as like winners bracket stuff. Like tomorrow, their match is at 14 UTC, which is the same time as the second winners bracket semifinal. Just Hippo Cup things. They play at 14 UTC every day. All their matches are at 14 UTC. How it goes. I don't know that I'd really call it a coincidence, considering I made the schedule and I did that on purpose because I thought that would be like the best time that they could probably get against the opponents. In other news, El Dupa up 3-1, so 1080p HD have gotten on the board. But back over here, Discoboyz. Now with 4-0, double break point, double consolidation, all the momentum you could possibly ask for in the world. And Milk-T saying, IDK what to pick now. So he picked the two maps that he thought he could gap on. Did not manage to gap hard enough to take either of them. Discoboyz just cleaning house on aim, or on speed, I mean, and winning on aim anyway. And we're gonna go Signal Graph, which is our DT1 AR 10.5, 250 BPM. This is a difficult pick. This map is so hard. I mean, I guess if you're good at 10.5, 250 BPM, it's probably not as hard. But like, man, the only DTFC on the leaderboard, like with hidden or without, is Mathy, who is rank 1 on the map. That's the only, unless somebody FC'd it practicing this week, that's the only DTFC. Take a quick look, see if anybody is in the leaderboard from practice scores. Oh, Milk-T himself is now rank 4, HD/HDDT, HD/DT, whatever. Y'all know what I mean. This is just a mathy map, I don't know. There's not a lot of people who can play this all that well. Alright, waiting on a fourth for Discoboyz. There we go. So it looks like we will be seeing Milk-T, Joestar, Angel Anzu, Kuku QY taking on Yolks Pie, Malteser, Sigi, Toki. Yolks Pie, 10.5, 250 BPM. Okay, all right, man, cool. We'll see how he does. I think he's been training this sort of stuff to some degree, but this just does not strike me as a Yolks Pie map. I don't know, maybe they obviously know their roster, but this does not strike me as a Yolks Pie map. And this map is just, like I said, it's very hard. You got burst, you got streams, finger control, aim, high BPM, high approach rate. I think this, I'm surprised, like, I shouldn't say I'm not surprised, but like, I almost feel like this is easier for the hidden players to some degree. But I guess it just depends on your level of comfort with the approach rate. And the score is just going right back and forth. Malteser and Toki. Okay, so this is actually a speed map. Malteser and Toki are the ones that are carrying it. And there is next to no combo basically anywhere else. Meanwhile, Malteser and Toki are at 450, 540 combo respectively. So early 5 million point lead. This is the fear that I had going into this match, that it's kind of just a team diff. The other players on daDuNai that aren't Milk Tea are comparatively skill capped. I mean, they are capable of putting up some good scores still, but he's got to be their reliable carry. And if he's not able to put up huge scores on just about everything, it's going to be a rough go of things for daDuNai. And you can tell that's already happening, 4-0 down. And on a skill set like this is not really his specialty, and this is something that Maltese or Toki are both really good at. That's a pretty bad reset. That's everyone in the lobby. This is such a hard section. The finger control here is ridiculous. This is this is why the only FC on this is on Matthew, I'm pretty sure, because this part is just dumb. Milk Tea comboing. Damn, Milk Tea. Damn, Milk Tea, go off. That was really impressive. I mean, it's not going to matter because it's a 20 million score gap, but that was a sick performance in that section. Nobody else even came close to hitting it. And I mean, you could just see this is team gap. You have Milk Tea at 15 million, you have Angel Hanzo at 7 million, and then 5 million and 2 million. Discoboyz, meanwhile, have 20 million Malteser, 15 million Toki, and just under 7 million for both Yokespai and Sigi. It's just all about having like 1 or 2 players who are competent on the on the pick. And unfortunately, daDuNai only has 1. And also, I mean, the floor is just lower over there too. Kuku QY 2.4 million. I'm like, that's unfortunately just not gonna do it. Lowest score on Discoboyz. Ah, those scores are so similar, and I see it. Yokespai and Sigi, they're so close. Yeah, D rank. Like, daDuNai clearly just did not have a 4th for that, which is very unfortunate. And that's 5-0. This is getting a bit out of hand in a hurry here. Me when Yokespai is as good as Sigi is at a speedy finger control map. That's a good score for Malteser though, 20 million. That's very, very solid. That's like... That's 10th? Yeah, it's 10th on DT leaderboard. Yep, this one going quickly here. 5-0 lead for Discoboyz. 2 points from the finish line. Well, unfortunately, as it turns out, if you take Milk Tea out of the equation, daDuNai is just not nearly as good a team. And if you have an opponent who is able to match, such in the way that Malteser and Sigi and whoever else have been doing so far in this match, then it makes it even worse. And so possibly the last pick for Discoboyz here, if they can win it and get another break point. What we got? A lot of maps still available, obviously, with this pool being as big as it is. And we're going Nomad 9. Yo, Nomad 9. There are many colors. You guys will never guess who rank 2 on this map is on the leaderboard. You'll never guess. Also, I think some people might have just played this in their match. Maybe not. They just might have been practicing. Chili Repair just played this. Chili Repair played this literally 4 minutes ago. So while they were playing DT1, they must have like known their next pick was Nomad 9, and they had him go practice it. Spoilers, he got 99% AC, 765 combo S rank out of a total max combo like 1268. Not bad. Yo, dog. I heard you like Nomad 2, so we put Nomad 2 in your Nomad 9. Sorry, I dropped my phone on my keyboard. I apologize if that was loud. Alright, so Milk Tea, Maki, Angel Anzu, Kuku QY, Yoke Spy, Chili Repair, Sigi, Ekoro. Discoboyz in a pretty strong position in this match. You could say they're in the driver's seat. daDuNai really need to figure something out if they want to have any chance at a comeback here, but with it 5-0 already, their time is limited. Jelly Chef's coming out. Match will be starting. And here we go. Yo, man. Are we ready for a little bit of Nomad 2ing? Don't you just love the auto cursor size setting? Cursors look so tiny when it is AR or CS6. AR6, yeah, no. Oh, Yokespy Sigi, I don't think, okay, Sigi actually did break on that slider pattern, Yokespy didn't. Maki follows up with a break for daDuNai though, so it's gonna stay close. Oh boy, everybody dies to the Buzz Slider. Chili Repair, Maki, Kuku QY, and Angel Anzu just ate that Buzz Slider like it was a nice midday snack. So it's Yokes by Ekoro, and make that Ekoro. It's Ekoro versus Milk Tea. It's a 5 million point lead for Discoboyz though, because they managed to have a couple people holding on, and there goes Milk Tea. God, those Buzz Sliders, man, those Buzz Sliders are just tragedy, waiting to strike. All right, and now Ekoro gets to do Ekoro things. Let's go. Watch him just race this score lead out, holding on through the Buzz Sliders like it ain't no thing. Angel Anzu does have some decent combo. I don't think it would be enough to bring back 10 million, even if Ekoro wasn't holding. But with the lead up to 11 million points now, yeah, players not happy. I mean, this feels like a bit of an RNG map because, you know, you can hit those Buzz Sliders one run and then die to them in the next. But this is just solid stuff from Ekoro, flying the flag of Discoboyz 3 through the second half of the map. Angel Anzu putting on a score that he could probably be proud of, but unfortunately just the team not doing enough. Again, poor scores from a couple people on daDuNai, really setting them a long way behind. And Discoboyz more than glad to do the rest with Ekoro at a 22 million score. And there goes Angel Anzu, along with the rest of the team. Milk Tea finally getting something together here near the ending. It just isn't going to make a difference, unfortunately. And that is a 12 million point win for Discoboyz 3, a 6-0 lead, and match points in their favor on the back of a 22 mil score from Mr. Ekoro. Doing quite well for himself there. Not a great score, I think, compared to expectations for the rest of the team. But you got a one-man carry. That's sometimes all you need on this Score v1 mode. And this is the story of the match, just in microcosm right here. The team with the higher skill floor is having a good time. You've got a 6.5 mil from Chillier, but 9 million from both Yokespy and Sigi. They're matching each other quite a bit here, this match, versus a 3 million from Maki and a 4 million from Kuku QY. Like, that skill floor just is noticeable because that's giving your team a free, like, what, 4 or 5 million point advantage, even before you consider the fact that Akoro top scored by by 6 million points. You just have this kind of baseline score advantage, and then you just run with that. And now we go match point. And we go Nomad 3. Improvisation Coliseum. And Natu versus Sayas Miyapa, the first duty on Battlefield. Just to get it all in there. So we needed the 5-minute Nomad 3 to add a little bit more intrigue to this match. And allow us to go take a look at the leaderboard. See who's been doing well on this in practice. Oh. Michni, not in this match, but put up a nice 1500 combo a couple days ago. Milk Tea 3 days ago, 27 million. Chili Repair Chili Repair practicing this an hour and a half ago. Put up 28 million, 1K combo. Anybody else? Sigi, a couple hours ago, also 21 million, 765 combo. All right. So, in we go. Milk Tea, Maki, Angel, Anzu, Kuku, Hiwai. Chili Repair defends Yokes by Akoro. daDuNai just looking to get a point on the board at this point. Down 6-0. Really, it's just been a story of Discoboyz matching whatever the best score is from daDuNai and having somebody else putting up a big performance behind them to back it up. We're gonna go into some really messed up ult. The patterning in this map is so hard. And we've got a combo lead for daDuNai. Milk Tea at 300, I think that's an FC combo, matching Akoro. Maki and Angel Anzu, just a bit behind. Players able to build up at least a little bit of combo through this early section of the map, which is good. Get some score under their belts, but it makes things very scary once you get to some harder patterns and you feel like you have to hit them or you fall way behind. And that's a triple reset for daDuNai, double reset for Discoboyz, but Yokespy and deFonz make that just deFonz. Held on a bit longer, brought some score back. deFonz still holding while everyone else in the lobby breaks around him. So, shades of Konoyobe Yume Tomare, I can never get that song's name right, where he put up a huge combo for his team. Doing much the same thing here on these ridiculously difficult to aim alt patterns. The man just knows his way around an alt map, I guess. Nomad 3 is his territory. Nomad Hidden 3, I suppose. Maybe a little more accurate. Because he is holding and almost no one else is. That is, however, going to be a couple breaks for Discoboyz, and now things will get interesting because KukuQY has 300 combo to match Yokespy, and Angel Anzu has 230 combo behind him. And there's a little bit of easier combo to acquire here in this middle third of the map, which will allow daDuNai to bring the score gap back their way. And they take the lead over. That's a break from Yokespy. That's the biggest combo for Discoboyz. 1/6 patterns, not the best. And there's some more awkward, and everyone breaks. All right, it's a full reset except for Akoro, because of course, somebody had to hold. It was Akoro this time. Can he bring this score lead back over by himself? It's only 1,000,000 points. He's got 430 combo, so I believe the answer to that is probably going to be yes. This is kind of how this map goes. You know, if you hold through these sections, you get a big buff to your score because very few people are ever going to hold through these. If you break, then it's not the end of the world until these, easier parts come up, and that's where breaking is bad. Maki and Milk Tea with about a 700 combined combo between them, outdoing Discoboyz now, who just have Yokespy on combo, but as luck would have it for the Discoboyz, Maki finds a break, and it's now Milk Tea. He's the player we shouted out that would need to carry them. He's the one that's going to need to hold through everything possible, but he finds a break at the same time as Yokespy. It was the advantage to be gained, but he didn't manage to grab onto it. And once again, we see Akoro, the largest combo in the lobby. And now everyone has reset. It is an 8-way combo reset. There's really no combo to speak up on anyone except for Yokespy at about 150, and it's 3 million point lead is all for Discoboyz. 3/4 of the way through the map. And all that anyone has to show for it is a 4 million point lead. Combo is very, very similar between the teams, so that score gap is not going to change all that much. But there is more to come. Who will be able to grasp the opportunity that it offers? Will it be daDuNai finally able to get a point on the board, or will Discoboyz be able to close this out with another break point? It's a 5-way reset. So it's Chillier pair against KukuQY and Milk Tea. They can bring this 3 million gap back if they can both hold. KukuQY breaks. And there goes Milk Tea as well. Chillier still holding on. It feels like every moment in this map, Discoboyz has had somebody with combo. Whether it was deFonz, Akoro, Yokespy, now Chillier pair, somebody is always there to grab hold of the rope that's tossed their way when daDuNai finds a miss and to keep themselves in the lead. And at the end here, it's going to be Chillier pair. He's going to have a near 600, growing over 600 combo, in fact, into this ending. And Discoboyz are going to take the match by a 7-0 final score once all is said and done here. Really remarkable stuff from their entire team. And Chillier pair closes it out with a nice 750 combo, hits the entire ending. Very solid stuff. The only one on his team to make it through there, despite all of daDuNai holding. 11 million points kind of belies how close that map was the entire way through. That was much less a team diff map than many of the others. It was always somebody with combo somewhere or other around the entire lobby. But Discoboyz just had the bigger combos when it mattered. They had the bigger total scores, 19, 18, 18, and 15 million, versus only one player, and that, of course, being Milk Tea, getting over 15 million for daDuNai. So again, just that higher skill floor for Discoboyz coming in clutch this match. They always had somebody, if not a couple of somebodies with better scores than the lower players on daDuNai, and they always had somebody matching at the top as well. And when that happens, you're going to win a lot of maps, you're going to win a lot of matches, and that's exactly what Discoboyz were able to do today. They take a 7-0 sweep victory here in the semifinals. And they will get to sit and wait for the winner of tomorrow's match between Greg and Aim in the second semifinal to find out who their opponent will be in the winner's bracket final next week. And if they keep playing like this, I don't know that anybody can really stop them. You know, it's going to take a team-wide performance. I think Aim are probably the ones best suited, maybe them or Dupa, the ones best suited to have a chance against Discoboyz, because they have kind of similar team compositions where they have very, very strong players, but they also have a really high skill floor as well, so nobody's going to do outright badly on picks the way that players from daDuNai were doing today. Unfortunately, you can't get to a finals and be putting up 2-3 million point scorers against a team whose lowest scores are like 7-8 million on maps, and I really expect to have much of a chance to win, especially when your big carry is not quite on his best day. You know, Milky had a lot of weight on his shoulders, a lot of pressure on him in this match. Unfortunately, just was not able to quite carry against the strength of Discoboyz, who always seemed to have an answer for anything that he threw their way. Really a great team-wide performance from Discoboyz. Can't wait to see what they put forth in the winner's final next week. daDuNai will drop down to the loser's bracket. They will face off against one of several teams because, you know, obviously we still have many matches to go before we get there. They will await, as we check here, they will await one of the 4 teams in the bottom half of the loser's bracket. So Dupa, 1080p HD, Stonehenge, or Smiling Imp. Whatever team comes out of those 4 as the winner will be daDuNai's opponent in the next round. And that's going to be interesting, too, because Dupa is a team, like I said, much more along the lines of a Discoboyz or an where they have a good all-around roster. I think they were most likely the team to get out of that and get into the top 6 for next week. And I think that's another team that daDuNai is going to have a lot of trouble with. But we'll have to wait and see. We've got more matches to play to get there, so we'll find out when we find out after tomorrow's matches are over. With that all being said, we're going to have about a 45-minute break before our next match, which is going to be 17 UTC, 1 p.m. Eastern. That's Chopstick Pros versus Thanks Guys. That'll be next up in Losers Round 4. The winner of that going on to face Pepsi Japan. So the players from Pepsi Japan who are actually still awake at that time will probably be watching that with interest to see how their potential opponents perform. But that one is in about 45 minutes, and following, depending on external factors, we may have Stonehenge versus Smiling Imp. That one's scheduled a little later on. We'll see if that ends up being on stream. Hopefully it does. That'll be our last match of the afternoon. If it does end up going that way, that one to decide who plays the winner of Dupa versus 1080p HD. So no decisions made there yet as to who's going to be going against who. But that is a long way of saying it's going to be a little bit. So we will be back in just about 40 minutes. Chopstick Bros, Thanks Guys, Losers Bracket, Round 4 matchup encounter will be next up on the slate. For now, congratulations to Discoboyz moving onward to the Winners Bracket final. And daDuNai drop down to Losers Bracket, where they will await one of several teams for their next opponent. For everyone here at Hippo Cup, I've been this one guy. Thank you for watching. We will see you guys in a little bit for the next match of the day. Stick around.